Montevideo, the capital of Uruguay and its largest city. Yet spend 24 hours here and it hardly feels like it. Despite housing half of the country's population, the streets are surprisingly uncrowded, and there's an almost eerie quietness that fills the air.
So what brought us here? Simple curiosity. We were just in Buenos Aires, so we thought, why not hop over to get that stamp? After all, Anthony Bourdain seemed to love this place. Are the rest of us missing out on something special? Spoiler alert, we are.
Today we're seeing Montevideo the tourist local way. We're hitting all the essential sites, but more importantly, we're slipping into the city's underbelly, meeting the locals who color these streets, eating the food.
Oh, and drinking lots of mate, of course.
Normally we like to start our videos with coffee, but we're in Uruguay. It's all about mate here. So we're meeting up with Shirley, a local, who's gonna teach us a thing or two about this long-standing tradition.
So let's learn about mate and enjoying a nice day.
Everywhere you go in Montevideo, you see people walking around with their mate. I mean everywhere. Waiting for the bus, on a walk, in an office, you can't go for a few blocks without spotting it.
And yet, as tourists, how do we partake in this ritual? It's not like they sell it at Starbucks, that would be a disgrace to Uruguayans everywhere. And we could buy our own setup, but these cups don't come with instructions. That's where Shirley came in handy.
¿Qué tal, Martín?
Mate es este. Todo este es el mate.
Todo esto es
Sí,
el mate.
esta es la yerba. Los uruguayos saludamos mucho.
Wow.
Esto es una bombilla, Martín.
Bombilla.
Sí.
Shirley goes on to explain the history of this drink. She tells us how the Guarani people of Paraguay were the original mate maestros. They sipped this herbal brew from hollowed out pumpkins. When the Spaniards first witnessed this ritual, they were baffled by the amount of energy it gave them as workers. But later they realized this wasn't just a drink to get energy, there was a deep social element to it as well.
Fast forward to today, and mate has spread all over South America. You'll see people enjoying this tradition in Uruguay, Brazil, Argentina, and even Colombia. But let's get to drinking this stuff. Shirley begins showing us how to assemble the mate.
El mate tiene que estar siempre seco. Esto es madera.
Ah, por dentro esto es madera.
Sí. Hay de calabaza, que es la mejor. Introducir la yerba. La bombilla se pone de esta manera. Y ahora vamos a tener que utilizar un poco de agua fría, que siempre ando con ella. Hola, buen día. Y le colocamos el agua fría solo un poquito. Voy contra la bombilla a poner el agua caliente.
Shirley keeps a part of the yerba dry, and I ask her why. She explains that mate can be used many times, and most people sip it all morning or even all day. By keeping a part of the area dry, she can add water to it later to give it some more power.
¿Qué piensas, amor?
Está muy rico. Tiene un sabor muy intenso. Probarlo por primera vez es como intenso, pero después es tal vez se vuelve adictivo.
Sí, me gusta.
Pero viste que poca agüita,
Sí.
casi nada, porque sigue absorbiendo. El cebador es quien toma su primer mate. El segundo mate es el mejor y ya después empieza a mejorar. También si bien empieza a mejorar, empieza a perder la fuerza del mate.
And it turns out there are many social rules to drinking mate. For starters, never, and I mean never, touch the bombilla. It's practically a cardinal sin in the world of mate etiquette.
We also learned that the server prepares and passes the mate, ensuring everybody gets a taste. But don't thank them. Saying gracias means you're done. No more mate for you. By the time we learn all these rules, I'm on my second round. I can see the difference Shirley was talking about.
No, fenomenal este.
Ah, ¿viste?
Sí, fenomenal.
Bien padre.
Bien padre.
We definitely learn much more that we can even fit into this video. So if you're interested in doing this tour, we left a link to this experience in the description of this video.
Okay, we really enjoy our experience drinking some mate with a local, especially because you know there's a couple of rules and there's a couple of things that you have to know before drinking it, so that was very useful.
Shirley was awesome. What a great lady. She had so many stories. We could have talked to her for hours. So one thing that she recommended, Martín was asking, like, do we eat something with mate? She said she loves this little place down here a couple blocks that has pastelitos, right? She said it
Fritos,
was- yeah,
like
yeah.
fried little cakes.
Yeah, so that sounds pretty good. We're gonna see if we can find it. Buenos días. Conocimos una mujer esta mañana que recomienda sus cosas aquí. ¿Qué hay hoy?
Son dulce de leche o de membrillo.
¡Wow, qué rico!
Qué difícil decisión, ¿eh?
Sí. ¿Y solo vendes eso o también otras cosas típicamente?
Empanadas de carne,
Oh.
que la hago en el momento, o tortas fritas.
Tortas fritas, ¿qué es eso?
Es una masa redonda nomás, es solo masa con un agujerito en el medio.
Ah, qué rico.
Masa.
Sí, masa.
¿Qué es eso?
Ah,
¿Una?
sí, una.
Sí.
Para probar.
¿De dónde sos?
Soy de Estados Unidos y él de México.
Ajá.
Y hacemos videos de viaje y queremos conocer locales y cosas locales.
Yo me llamo Olga.
Ah, mucho gusto, Olga. ¿Cuántos años has trabajado en esta negocio?
Toda una vida.
Wow.
Sí, toda una vida en la calle.
Gracias. Another new friend here in Montevideo, Olga, on the corner of Soriano and Conexión. She makes some really good fried stuff, and what better place to start off our morning than going to Las Ramblas to eat it?
Even better morning because we just found a local market.
A few blocks from here is Las Ramblas, a 13-mile walking path that is known as the longest continuous sidewalk in the world. We find a spot on the bench, pull out a torta frita, and enjoy the spontaneous picnic.
This is beautiful because we're in Las Ramblas. In Mexico, we call it like a malecón. It's next to the sea, so you can have a beautiful view of El Río de la Plata and also from the city. The skyline over there, having this, that it wasn't in our itinerary, but you have to talk to locals, so recommend you things that you cannot find in any guide, you know? So,
What do you think of that?
I love it. I love it. First, I thought it was very simple, but it's perfect.
Sometimes it's the simple things that are the best. That's what I'm learning.
We spend a bit of time here doing nothing but enjoying the moment. Something, by the way, that it seems Uruguayans are very skilled at doing. This fondness for tranquility mirrors their approach to politics too. And they say it's one of the most progressive countries in the world. Universal healthcare, free education, you can marry who you want and smoke the devil's lettuce if you'd like to. In the latest election, a whopping 90% of Uruguayans showed up to vote, leaving the US's 66% and Mexico's 63% in the dust. But how do they do it? Our Uber driver fills us in as we head to our next spot.
Bueno, el voto es obligatorio. Si no vas a votar, te multan. Si aspiras a un cargo público, no puedes acceder porque no votaste.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No estoy de acuerdo con que sean obligatorios. O sea, la palabra obligatoriedad y democracia en la misma oración.
Sí, como que no combinan.
No.
But hey, when the results are a turnout that puts most democracies to shame, who are we to argue? Anyway, enough politics. Let's talk about something everyone can agree on. Food.
Chivito clásico, mi amor.
I want to ask what is the other one. Okay, so we're here looking for chivito. That is a sandwich. But right now, we see that there's a clásico and there's a Canadian one. But yeah, definitely we're gonna get a sandwich. Gracias.
Gracias. Well, they told us to expect a gut-busting sandwich when trying El Chivito, and they were right. El Chivito is the national sandwich of Uruguay, and there's a lot of things going on in this sandwich that you won't find at a Subway sandwich spot, let me tell you that. So you got steak, egg, tomato, lettuce, cheese, mayonnaise, ketchup, and Martín ordered it the Canadian way, I guess here, that also comes with bacon and olives and the works. Pretty much everything you could find in your refrigerator. This looks good. I mean, how do I even get to it under this mountain of fries? There we go. Wow. That really works. The bread is so soft too. I love this. A hard-boiled egg on a sandwich is not something you see every day, but it works. It's delicious.
Qué rico. You're right. It works. And the bread is so soft. Like this. And you can see all the juice from the meat. Now, amazing.
So we were recommended to come here to Expreso Pocitos to try our first chivito because they do a killer job and they've been here since I think 1910. The inside doesn't look that way. It's been remodeled, but their sandwiches are old school, and that's the way you should have it with chivitos.
When we finish lunch, we roll ourselves to a place that is very important for me to visit. I got to see the Estadio Centenario. You guys know me.
This is the first stadium in the entire world that got a game from a World Cup. Like all the World Cup story begins over here in Uruguay, in this stadium, Estadio Centenario. Wow. My father won't believe me.
And they definitely made this place for people as passionate about football as Martín. It's 300 pesos for foreigners to enter, and it's a very extensive museum of tons of football, don't offend anyone, football and World Cup memorabilia. And I think we may also get to see the field. Have they held the World Cup here since the first one?
No, actually a lot of people, they wanted the one in 2030. They wanted, because it's 100 years since the World Cup started, they wanted to return over here when everything started. But no, it's gonna be in Spain, Portugal and Morocco. But the first game of a couple of South American teams, they're gonna be playing, like Uruguay is gonna play here, Argentina is gonna play in Buenos Aires. Yeah, only their first game, and then they have to travel over there to Europe. This is history. Smells like history. For all the people that we love football, coming here is as important as you go to the Maracaná, as you go to the Azteca, as you go to other Wembley, La Bombonera, Monumental. This is part of history. Every single person that says loves football should come over here.
Montevideo is surprising us so much already, but we still have more to see. Fast forward a few hours and it's time for dinner.
And we decided to come here to Malafama. They're known for their great pizzas and they're a brewery. We haven't done something like this yet on our trip. And Lord knows after all that walking, I could go for some pizza about now.
And sorry if I'm gonna tell you about my impressions about this city, my first 24 hours in this city while I'm enjoying this delicious pizza. Yeah, first of all, we just came from Buenos Aires, so it's easy to check the similarities in the food, in the people, and the passion for the football. All the Uber drivers are talking about football. But there's also some things that they are a little bit different. I noticed that over here in Montevideo, people there are more calm, relaxed. I don't know how to describe it. They are not in a rush. And I also noticed a little different the architecture in the streets. There's a couple of houses that it's quite different from the neighborhood that we were living for the last 3 weeks. I like it so far. What about you, honey?
Yeah, Martín nailed it on the head. I mean, I think that this is as sleepy as a city could be. It is charming and laid back, and every single person we've met here has been so kind. I think it's also interesting that they shoot a lot of movies here based in like Cuba, because it looks like Cuba. We've only gotten to see a little peek of that. I feel like we were kind of starting to see that before the sun went down. It makes me excited to explore more tomorrow, but dang, this is the type of city that you want to live here. Like, you want to just relax here and be here. It's not a place that you need to run from site to site. It's a good place to base yourself.
Are you trying to tell me something?
Maybe.
Hello, sunshines. We're here. We felt a little bit bad, so we have to come to the pharmacy. Juliana's gonna talk to us about that.
La Farmacia was a place I didn't know what to expect. When we were reading about it, we heard that this used to be a very old pharmacy from the 1800s. And so I was expecting something old when we came here, but not this. I mean, first of all, you have this gorgeous wood and tiles, and they have actually kept it looking like a pharmacy. I mean, there's like these prescription bottles all over the place, but like old school style. But what surprised me is that the menu is so modern and the coffee here is amazing. And check out this avocado toast I got. It looks so gorgeous. But my favorite part is that they've divided up this place just like how it used to be when it was a pharmacy. There was a stand-up counter to pick up your prescription and a waiting area, and it's kept that way since. Martín got the most delicious looking alfajor because alfajors are also common here just as they were in Argentina. I got an avocado toast, we got 2 coffees, and we grabbed a seat right by the window and are watching Montevideo wake up right before our eyes. This is perfect.
This is La Puerta de la Ciudadela and divides what is like Ciudad Vieja and Ciudad Nueva. This was one of the gate of the fortress of Montevideo to protect the Ciudadela. Now this is one of the monuments and one of the most emblematic places in Montevideo. It's beautiful.
Knock knock.
Who is it?
Ask ourselves if we were having deja vu when we crossed through that door, because look what we found. Palacio Salvo.
Which is the twin building of Palacio Barolo that is in Buenos Aires.
Yeah, we saw that a couple of weeks ago in one of our videos we showed in Buenos Aires. And what's interesting is they both have lighthouses on the top, because the architect's idea was to have the lights being shown to be able to shine at each other, make an arc through the sky, but it is like over 250 kilometers away, right?
So it was a bad idea and they couldn't do it.
Yeah, but
still it's beautiful and we see a lot of similarities. So we're coming back to the old city and we're passing by Teatro Solís, which is actually the oldest theater in South America. I love the sun on the top that represents the flag of Uruguay. This is so beautiful. They put a couple of words in lengua charrúa. Libertad. This is very important for the Uruguayans. They even have it in their anthem. Libertad.
currently walking through Ciudad Vieja. What are your thoughts, mi amor?
It's beautiful. Like all the buildings over here. Now I see why they use it sometimes to recreate what is La Habana in Cuba.
I know. It's so, so beautiful. And right now we're in a plaza called, shoot, what was it called? Plaza.
I can tell you 1 second. Zavala.
Zavala. Really, really beautiful. They have this huge statue in the middle. This huge monument with like a lot going on.
It's the founder of Montevideo, General Don Bruno de Zavala. That's why.
Cool. Well, all this walking's making me ready to eat some meat again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What do you say we head to the Mercado del Puerto that everybody keeps talking about?
I was waiting for you to say that.
Oh, feels good.
This is magnificent. Just there's nothing better to see how it's slowly cooked in front of your eyes. Feel the fire and be here in La Barra. And probably this is going to be the last time that we're going to eat a lot of meat. So this is going to be good.
The quantity of meat you can eat here is insane. We got some mollejas, which is sweetbreads. I've never tried it, but Martín swears by it, so I trust your recommendation.
And this one you have to put a lot of lime.
Yeah, that's kind of the key.
Or lemon.
Yeah. You can eat an insane amount of meat here. They actually have a plate, like a kind of a little tasting of everything that if you guys were here with us, we'd be able to all share it together. But we decided to make our own little sampling of a little bit of everything, starting with the mollejas.
And then later on, we're also going to share like some meat.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. I'm glad I tried that. That was delicious. I love how crunchy it is too on the outside. Super soft on the inside. And you're right about the lemon. You need it for the flavor.
Over here we have a potato with roquefort sauce, and we have our meat.
Baby beef.
It's talking to me.
Yum. Oh my god. Good. One of the better ones we've had on the trip. The amount of wood they have to go through burning and the amount of cows this country has, it does not surprise me at all, the whole ozone over here.
No,
But-
it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, wood fire cooking, this is how you do it. This is how you do meat.
Oh, totally. Over here. And I was telling Juliana, this is one of the highlights of our trip because just seeing over here, I know I already said it, but just seeing over here the recommendations, how they're treating us, how
Yeah.
they're joking it with us, and just like being able to see it and enjoying over here,
Dinner and a show. Lunch and a show, actually.
lunch and a show.
So we killed some time a bit and now it's sunset and we want to go see the view from a place called Mirador de la Intendencia. It's
Yeah.
not Independencia.
No. Intendencia. And it's the best place in the city to watch the sunset.
I was expecting some sort of hill though and the Uber driver dropped us off here. I don't know how we get up there.
I hope it's not stairs.
Let's see. So this place is a lot cooler than I expected it would be.
360 degrees. You can see the entire city from here.
It's amazing, and I love that they even had some musicians. They have a little coffee shop up here. We randomly had to go through some government building.
Each day they have a different artist and they are all from Uruguay.
Ah, but this is gorgeous on a day like today. I'm not ready to leave Montevideo, that's for sure.
Not at all. It's a beautiful, beautiful place.
As we were leaving the lookout point, we decided to spend a couple minutes watching the musicians here, and let's just say the universe really wanted to remind us how good it is to live in the moment.
I don't know what we stumbled into, but there's like a group of ladies here in this cafe. It's a huge group. I think they all know each other. They are obsessed with this artist. They are like waving their hands, going crazy, screaming, "Ultra, ultra!" And they've all brought Tupperwares of cookies. Like it's a cookie exchange or something. I don't know, it's adorable, and I think they might come here every week. They're waving their hands. Honestly, goals.
That's right.
Honestly, they might be more entertaining than the view.
That's the fans club.
Exactly.
We stuck around here a bit and enjoy how wholesome this place is. It's free to enter too, by the way. After, we took an Uber to get our dinner reservations.
Tonight we're at Manzanar, something totally different from what we've done over the past few weeks. This is a much more trendier little restaurant, and it's about 30 minutes from where we just were in a very, very upscale neighborhood. The reason we wanted to come here is we heard it's one of the top 50 restaurants in Latin America, and I'm not surprised. Their menu is extremely diverse too. You can do everything from sushi to meat to Italian, which is good because Martina and I are trying to assimilate back into society, and we know we will no longer be able to eat meat as much after this trip. I'm giving up being a carnivore, you guys. I've done something totally crazy. I've ordered sushi. I've been craving it. I've been craving some good Asian food. And I think we're in for a treat here.
And as Juliana said, they also have Italian. The waiter actually told me this is the specialty today. It has spinach and some ham, and they're of course made of potato. Looks delicious.
And it was. Both the pasta and the sushi were great here. So if you don't mind the drive, it's worth it.
And that's it. for our time in Montevideo.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think down below in the comments. Would you come to Montevideo? Now, stay tuned because next week we're taking you to Punta del Este, another spot in Uruguay, and then we're going to Brazil.
That's gonna be an amazing trip. Over here, we're gonna let you guys another video so you can keep watching our adventures either over here in South America, in Mexico, or in United States.
So long,
Travel well.
and make the world your neighborhood. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.